Hello, 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 all my dear, adoring fans. Sewing with the Homies has returned out of the darkness. We are back with another amazing stream. Thank you all for waiting. Oh, sorry, I'm just getting a transmission. Give me 1 second. What was that? Nobody's here? Nobody's watching. This is a dead channel? What's that? Oh, nobody's here. Just kidding, Fairy Dust is here. How's it going, everybody? Super nice nail polishing wearing, vertically challenged. What? Hold on. Smiley feather. Vertically challenged. How rude, but also how accurate. Hey, not too bad, Fairy Dust. How are you doing? I have purple nails again. Can you see? How do they look? Pretty good, huh? I did them last night. I'm doing well. I took a little break last week. I had some time off work, and I said, I need a break from everything. So I didn't stream, relaxed, and reset a little bit. And it was good. It paid off because it made me realize the last couple projects, while the pants look perfect and amazing, there was something wrong with it still. You always like the purple nails. Oh yeah. There was something wrong with the pants. What was wrong with the pants? Well, they're kind of plain. They're not really my style. There's not enough going on here. Great practice. I'm glad I made them. I've already worn them. I did finish them, by the way. I ended up going with a snap, heavy duty snap, and it works great. So very happy with that. But there's not enough going on here. Like the shirt I'm wearing, there's a little bit of weirdness going on, some color blocking. I add in things in random places. I kind of just go off the script a little bit with the sewing patterns, and I haven't done that. And I think that's also why I didn't like the jacket so much, because it was just plain. There wasn't enough going on for me. And yeah, I realized that I was more concerned about making sure I had a project ready for stream, but I wasn't thinking enough about the actual design. I was just worried about having something to sew. So we're gonna go back to the way I do things, which is thinking about random designs and making random cuts in places where I maybe shouldn't, and I figure things out. Are we ready to do that? We're gonna do a pair of pants, but shorter, like me. We're gonna make shorts. Because it's almost that season to start wearing shorts. And I thought, you know what? I don't have enough shorts. So let's get some shorts, shall we? Let me see. Is this good view still? Yep, looks good. All right. Well, as we always do with starting new projects, we crawl around on the ground. So there's a couple things we need. Need a rotary cutter. Great, amazing tool. And I'm gonna take the same pattern that I used for the pants, but we're just gonna cut it off. I think the length is gonna be right underneath where my signature was on these. Did some deep research and a lot of development on this shorts pattern. I asked my wife, what length do you think we should do? And she said, right under the letter. So we're gonna do that. It is nearly that season. Crocheting a t-shirt. Ooh, that sounds nice. How many yards of thread for this one? Or yarn, rather. But yes, I'm excited for that season, and I want to have some things to wear for that. I haven't really made shorts yet, now that I think about it. So I think that'll also be fun for me to kind of experiment. So I'm gonna get some stuff laid out on the ground here real quick. And we will get started. I think we're just gonna do a little bit of cutting today. Nothing too crazy. Just gonna get back into the swing of things and just have a nice little time. Also, what color? What does the yarn look like? I'd have you show me photos, but I still haven't done anything with that Discord. $2,400. Wow. Think it'll be enough. Hey, that's a great way to think. Not sure, but pretty sure. That's my favorite way to do my projects. Okay, so we're on the ground. Classic, classic. Don't need that piece. Let's see the back pocket. I think I'm gonna do everything on the same on the shorts. It's literally just gonna be these pants to here, but I think the pocket, the waistband, the welt pocket, I think I'm gonna keep all the same. And we're just not gonna have the rest of that length. I think that'll look good. Maybe I try to adjust the waistband now that I think about it, because as we discovered when we were finishing these, I couldn't line up the waistband seam with the pants seam. And I somewhat know why that is, but I don't know the reasoning behind the design. Because if we look at the waistband pieces that I immediately pulled out right here perfectly, one is just by default longer than the other. I'm sure there's a reason for this, and I'm sure plenty of people could tell me why, but I have no idea why that is. So yeah, like I'm trying to think about this. If this is the length it's supposed to be, how is it supposed to line up normally? I did take length out of, or sorry, the width out of some of these pieces. And I guess that difference is what is here. But I don't totally understand why some is long, wider than the other. Actually, maybe it's because... Oh, hello wife, thank you for those emotes. I'm using a goldenrod, a medium gray, a lime green, oh my gosh. Goldenrod, medium gray, lime green, lemon yellow, and muted burgundy. Let me visualize this. I like it. I like those colors. See, that's what I'm talking about. Some variety, some cool colors. A little different. Great choices. Okay, so what I was just wondering. Yeah, okay. I guess it does make sense about this because the back piece is just wider in general than the front. That makes sense. But now that I've adjusted it, how do I get those to line up while still keeping the same length of the waistband? Well, worry about that later. Because I don't know. But for right now, I think what I want to do is just get an idea for the length on the pattern piece. So we're gonna take this. I still want to see it on this side. Let's do one of these. Lay it out a little bit. We take our pattern piece. Who ripped this? Who would do such a thing? Okay, so should we measure this? I guess that would be helpful in being precise. All right, fine, we'll be a little precise. Okay. So I think what we're looking at here, roughly, we'll say it's about 13.5 inches there, but with a little bit of seam allowance for the waistband, and I have some ideas for what to do with the hem here. I think we'll say 14 inches is about the length we're looking for. And if we take it over here, yeah. Right underneath the rip, that's kind of the guideline we can use on this. Perfect. And let's see. We're gonna do 14 here. I'm gonna just try to fold this up a little bit. I don't really want to modify this too much, or I don't feel the need to retrace anything or make a new piece. I'm just gonna work with what we got. How far along on this shirt are you, Fairy Dust, and how long do you think it'll take? Because I think, if I remember correctly, you go pretty quick through this stuff. That is just about 14 inches. I'm gonna call that good. So we'll do a very official, very precise fold right there. Perfect. And let's see here. Get this all out of the way a little bit. That piece is ready. Let me look at the back and let's try to figure out what we're gonna do for that length as well. If I could get all these lovely pieces out of the way, that would also be great. How am I gonna do this? Is it also gonna be the same on the back? Kind of makes sense that it would. I would assume so. It's just shaped a little bit differently though. So I'm not entirely sure. Where does that put us on the back? If we were to do 14. It does look like it's a little short. Whoops. There go a few pieces of paper. Let's take a look again. I could grab a pair of shorts, I guess. That would be helpful to get an idea. Should I do that? About 30 rows in on the front panel. Not sure how long. Nice. Ooh, very good. Oh no, not the mowing again. Didn't you say it takes you hours on end or something to do this? Yeah, let me get a pair of shorts real quick. I just want to get a little bit of an idea of what my other lengths are like. So give me just a moment. Three to 4 hours. I would just hire some goats or something. Just have some goats wander around your lawn and maintain it that way. Thoughts? Okay. Let me get my headwear back on again real quick. Plus, then you have some cool goats. It's a win-win. You're welcome for the genius plan. All right. These are some shorts that I did not make, but I wear. And there's a couple different lengths I think I have. This is like a nice light linen. And without the waistband, that's like, that's like 15 inches. And what is it from the waistband on the back? Yeah, that is longer. About 2 inches longer. It's a little bit wrinkly because it's linen, but no, more like 1.5 inches. Okay, example 1. I brought a few examples of different lengths just so I could get an idea. And they're a little bit wrinkly because, well, they've been in storage. It's not shorts worthy yet. Okay. I guess I'm trying to stretch these out a little bit too. This is 16. And what about the back? Make sure the hem is good. From waistband down, we have not much of a difference there. That's about 17. Is that what we're seeing up front still? Gotta make sure this is taut. Yeah, it definitely is longer in the back, I think. This one seems to be by about like 1/2 inch longer in the back than it is the front. Okay. We're learning, we're learning. And one more pair. Just to see. Kind of different styles, different materials. This is almost... What material is this? This is cotton and elastane. Okay. This is to the hem 14 inches. Oh, I should look at the hem in the other one. Thank you. Yeah. I do like those. Those are my boaty shorts, I guess. Fun fact, I do have my boater's license. I haven't piloted, driven, operated a boat in probably over a decade, but I have it. Not for the state that I live in, but I have it. It's a little bit of free lore for you. Yep, this is also longer, like an inch, 1.5 inches. What does that do? That makes it so that I've never inspected these close enough to understand that. The hem is a little bit messed up on these sides. I need to press that, but besides that fact, it's kind of hard to tell. You live in a state of confusion. Who doesn't? And same. Okay, one more time, I'm gonna look at these because we got compliments on them, so this will be the good pair to use. The hem starts at 16 inches on the front, okay? And on back, like 17. Okay, pretty consistent evidence here. We have learned that the back is usually about an inch longer than the front. That's close enough for me to start going with it, and I think that tracks with this because if you can see through this, these are lined up at the waistband, or at the waist, where they will join the waistband. And it comes down to here, and at 15 inches, we're almost at the seam where the center is coming together. So that would be pretty short. So if we had another inch there, I think that definitely would help. And these are kind of like somewhat high-waisted, I guess, these pants. So I think adding a little bit more wouldn't be a bad idea. So if we had $16 inches on the back, what are we looking like? Or rather, 15, I guess. And on the side here, does that make sense? Not really. What am I gonna do with the extra length? Like it's not gonna have anything to connect with on the front. What's happening here? Maybe it isn't different? Let me sit and debate here for a second. I definitely prepped and planned and thought about this in depth before I turned on the stream, that's for sure. I can assure you that I thought about every step, every piece of this, and came fully prepared to this stream. Now pardon me while I think. Not that I need to, but you know, just in case. Well, great start, great start. The front length looks good. I'm happy with this. The back, I'm a little bit worried about. I could... Okay. We're gonna go a little bit longer on the front, and we're just gonna do both of them at the same length. And any added or extra length at the bottom, we can just take out. But if we have too little, that's when we're into some issues. That's pretty logical, eh? How about we just go to 15.5, because that's what this unfolded to. So I'll do 15.5 on the front. And we'll just match it on the back. Or we'll do a full 16. Why, you ask? Well, don't ask. Simple. We want to go to right here. only I had a pencil or something down here so I could actually mark this. Make it easier on myself. A little bit more. How was that? Yeah. Close enough. All right. That surely won't have any issues. We solved it, no problem. Right? No problem. So that's the two main pieces. And let me think about this. We need to cut two. By the way, this is our fabric. We're gonna use the same fabric that we used on the jacket. Thanks to my inability to do basic math, I have a lot of extra fabric, just like I planned it. And there's a little bit more I want to get with this because, as I was just saying in the beginning, just doing one type of fabric, one color, that's not enough for me. I need more. More color, more variety, more customization, more uniqueness. So I'm gonna get a little bit more of fabric in a different color, but I'm gonna get the same thing. Same type. This is canvas, and I'm gonna get a black canvas to go with this. And it'll be cool. Just small little accents here and there. That's all I'm asking for. Okay. That is our pocket piece. Let me see what else I need here just to make sure that I have enough fabric. These are the pockets. Those are the pant pieces that I'm doing already. Okay, don't need that. And don't need that. Let me get all the pieces that I threw across the room. And yes, I will be doing another snap on this one instead of a button. Doing the snap was so easy. Way less room for error than it is when you're doing the buttonhole. So yeah, big fan, big fan. Pocket facing, yeah, okay. Well, I think it's pretty clear we definitely have enough fabric here for this. So that won't be an issue. I think I'll start down here, where I've already cut through. Sounds like an idea, right? All right. Trying to figure out what I have and haven't cut here, just so I don't cut through a piece that I've already cut through. Does that make sense? I don't think so. No paper pieces underneath so that I don't cut all of those up. Alrighty. Who's ready to cut? I moved this around a little bit, so I think I'm going to do one more quick measurement just to make sure. And just because it's a little bit wider there, let's try to use as much of that room as we can. I'll try to get it up to the side here. How is the length? Is it still the one that we guesstimated? 16. Yep. Perfect. Where are my pins? Let me go up here real quick. Reach. Okay. And where's the rotary cutter? Up there. Is everybody seasick from going all over, up and down, up and down, up and down? I hope not. Just gonna put a couple of pins in here to pretend like I'm making sure this is precise. There we go. That's not going anywhere, right? So the idea I have for these pants is, sorry, shorts. We're making shorts. It says pant, but it's not a pant. It's a short. The idea I have is that I'm going to take a little bit of black canvas, and on the side seam, on only one side, I'm going to have a little strip of black going down. And then at the bottom hem of one pant leg, it will be like a rolled cuff. So when it comes down to the bottom of the short, I'll have something like, well, kind of like this. We'll do a little folded hem at the bottom here. And one of the pant legs will be black on the bottom, and then the other one will be the normal yellow. Does that look like anything I do? Does that look like any style that I do? A little color block of random things here and there? Sound familiar? Maybe. But that's me. All right, are we ready? Let's roll. And we're rolling. How exciting. Get out of there. Oh, pizza cutter. I'm so sorry to have doubted you. Well, in theory, I shouldn't cut on this side. I should come at it this way. But, whoops. Oh, darn. Well, guess I'll just keep going. You know, rotary cutter, you're not really cutting all that great today. Maybe it's the operator. I'm almost positive it's the operator, but that's not as clean as I remember it being. He's rusty, people, he's rusty. Take a week off of sewing and look at him. Can't do anything anymore. We through? Almost. This little corner down here. Get off, thank you. And somewhere up here. You get off. First piece out. Let's go. The length here I'm a little bit worried about. Like, I can't tell if it looks like there's gonna be enough. I mean, I really don't mind like short shorts, you know? I would say this pair. This is a really relatively short pair of shorts. Plus, we're gonna have a waistband on it. Yeah, see? Like this could even be in the hem. So it's not gonna be too bad. I hope the fit will look okay. That's the other thing I'm not too sure about. I've never really had, like, I don't know. The waist on this is a little bit higher than normal for me. And I've never had that in shorts. So I just don't know what that'll look like. What if I just fold these? Okay, that's what it'll look like. Yeah, that looks like a pair of shorts. All right, I'm sold. Let's do it. I think I need to rotate my camera down a little bit more. Too much? Good enough? All right, next pieces. What did I just cut out? The back. Now we cut out the fronts. And one more check to make sure, because I did a few folds on this. This is 16, right? Or 15 and a half, I think we said. Yep. Just a boot. And I'm gonna fold that out of the way so I don't cut through this and tear it up even more than I already have. Look how much extra fabric I got. This is crazy. That's like a full yard. Maybe even a little bit more. How was I that far off for what I needed? I could make like 2 more, maybe even 3 more pairs of shorts with this. So if we mess up, we have plenty more fabric to go. That's nice and reassuring. Let's see, wait, is there anything that we need to cut on the fold before I cut near the fold? That's lining, right? Yeah. Lining, which I don't really know if I have. I might wait to cut out the lining. That's facing, we do need that. And waistbands. Which I don't know if I'm gonna cut today because kind of need to workshop getting that centered with the pants. But maybe I do deal with that, I don't know. Anyway, let's cut this out. I don't think we have anything on the fold, so we're just gonna do it because it's right here. I should tape up that little rip there. Whoever did that. Hello, music? Oh, it's there. I'm excited about this project. I'm glad to get a little bit more of my style put back into this. Like I was saying, I'm happy with how these pants, where these pants go? I'm happy with how these pants turned out, but they're just too plain for me. It's not my style. Not enough going on. You could get this kind of anywhere. The only real difference is that the top stitch is maybe a different color that not every company would go with, and there's a couple little marks here and there, but otherwise not that unique. And we are unique, so we're gonna make sure that our work is unique. Unique New York. Unique New York. There's a little ant there. Get out of there, ant. Careful, don't rip your fingers off. Worry not, everybody. I am a trained professional. I know everything that I'm doing here. Worry not. The other thing I need to do is start working on those work pants that I got an order for. I have some samples coming my way because I'm trying to find a little bit more affordable canvas. This is decently affordable, but if I'm going to make several pairs of it, I want to find something else that's not so pricey. I think I got this for like $12 or $13 a yard. Not bad. But I found some other pricing, so I just want to see if that will be good for that. And these pants are not for me, which I'm also worried about. They're going to be work pants. I've never really put these projects of mine to the test, but I was wearing my pink pants the other day, and I made certain movements, and I was hearing certain noises. Like some ripping of some seams here or there or something, or some thread, or something stretching out. Given this is a little bit more fit to my body, I like a little bit more of a close fit, I guess. And the work pants won't be so much like that. But as far as like durability, moving around, I don't know. I'm a rather stationary person. So still a little bit worried to do that. And to be honest, the more I thought about it, as cool as it is to get an order from somebody to make some stuff, I don't really want to make things like work pants. I can add some more customization, my own touch into it, but what I was just talking about with those pants is they're fine, but I don't know, they're kind of boring to me. And what are work pants? Boring. So I don't know. I'm gonna do it. I think it'll be a great experience either way. But I'm finding that I need to be and want to be motivated to work on the projects I'm doing. It's easier for me to stream. It's easier for me to be more excited about it if, you know, I'm actually into the project, if I see the vision. And I haven't really had that for some of my last projects. Anyway, enough yapping. Actually, isn't that kind of what I'm doing here the whole time? Sewing and yapping? Isn't that kind of the point of the stream? More yapping. Okay, so we need the facing. We will do 2 pockets, but as we do on most of our pants, a style choice, not a laziness thing. We just do 1 pocket, not 2, on the back. Doesn't it look so much cooler? Look at that. That's unique. No? I think we do one. I know we do one. Because we see the vision. I'll put these closer since I'm sure I'm gonna be using these examples multiple more times. So if we're only doing, pardon me, one welt pocket, we only need 2 of these. Can I get this like on a fold here or something? Is there anything bigger that fits in that spot better? Not really. All right. Doesn't matter. Maybe if I do it. Also, there isn't really any stretch in either direction for these with this being canvas. So I don't really care about where the grain line is. I think it's going this way. No, maybe it's going that way. Like I said, I don't care where it's going. So I'm not gonna worry about it. Yeah, we'll just do a little fold here, I think. Ooh. You know, if I'm trying to save all this here, cutting with a rotary cutter is a little bit harder to get something like that edge. I could just go back with shears after this and just cut that fold. Yeah, it's the back pocket facing, what's it matter? I say now. And once again, I should have had it the other way. All right, facings are out. Just to remind me later that I need to cut across the top. Don't let me forget now. And I think the rest, I guess besides the waistbands, I think the rest we can get out of some of these pieces. I have upgraded my stash of scrap fabric and scrap thread. Not only is it just a full like tote grocery bag of it, of all the stuff, I've taken one of like the yard waste bags, those like huge paper bags, and I'm starting to fill up one of those. Oh, what do I do with it all? What do I do? It's becoming a problem. I'm getting worried. Soon, the scrap bag of fabric will grow so large and so powerful that it may become sentient, and I'm just concerned about what's gonna happen. There's too much fabric. What can I get out of here? What can I get out of here? Good old Jenga with pieces here to see how can I use this most efficiently. I'm terrible at it, as you see. I guess just some of the bigger pieces, right? I'll just do something like that. I don't really think there's anything I can do with this. Is there? No. This is what we can use when we need a little lift on the presser foot. That'll be perfect. What do you mean I didn't cut through all that? What are you talking about? There we go. So yes, I will cut this out today, and then on Thursday, do I have anything on Thursday? I don't know, springtime, things start to get crazy, you know. There's events that I want to go to, things coming up, but I think I should be here on Thursday, and that's when we'll do the sewing on this. And there's a chance that I finish it all on Thursday, but I highly doubt it, and I'll probably stop myself so that I just have content for Friday. So I don't think I will finish it on Thursday. Okay, I need a second reminder. I need to cut this on the fold there too, because I don't need it. Don't let me forget. All right. These pieces, this is just interfacing, right? Yes. Don't need that. Oh, do we really only have like 2 more pieces to cut out? The sides are wasted band. We could do a bit of experimenting with this. Like if we kind of pin it together and just get an idea for what we're looking at here. I basically need to take some off of this and add it to this, right? I just don't know why it's so off currently. Like I said, I did adjust the pattern. That's why I'm using my tracing paper here, because I thinned it out a little bit to give it more of the shape I was wanting. But this difference, I guess I took most of the difference out of the back. I feel like the answer is pretty clear. It's kind of right in front of me, obviously. Like, this is the difference for the most part, because I lined up these two to be somewhat even, but well, I don't know. Not entirely sure. See, the other thing I'm worried about making stuff for other people, look how messy the inside of my stuff is. I definitely could clean it up for sure, but like my lines aren't all that straight at all. It's just messy everywhere. It's my style. I'm happy with it for myself, but I don't really know if I'm to the point of like being comfortable with making stuff for other people, especially people I don't know, which is this case. Oh boy. Not me starting to worry myself about it. Anyway, back to this. Nice. Does that fit right there? Yes, it do. Yes, it do. Also, I definitely am talking to myself more because I never did before. But now that I do this once in a while, few times a week, I've noticed that I'll start making random comments to myself. Don't know how I feel about it. What has this stream done to me? Careful, you're cutting through the pattern piece. I was gonna make the joke a third time about having me cut the fold, but I decided to just adjust it a little bit. So remind me to not have to worry about cutting the fold in this one because we already did it. There is no fold here that we have to worry about. Don't let me forget. What did we just cut out? The big pocket facing. Nice. This is the other thing where I might take some of the pocket facing and use the other fabric that I'm gonna get so that we have a little accent of black within the pocket facing. I like to do that sometimes, sneak in colors here and there. So we might do some of that too. That's a neat idea, no? I think so. How neat. How neat and groovy. Oh, we've been streaming for an hour. Oh, ads are playing, okay. Whoops. Hi everybody. I think ads were playing. I missed it, my bad. Ooh, what did my camera just cut like that? What was that about? I don't know. Right, it's pocket facing. I'm gonna be honest. I'm debating how much I care about the fact that the waistband does not align with the shorts or not align with the pant legs. How much do I care that this seam does not line up? It's disappointing, sure. But I don't know if I care. Like, I don't know if it's worth the time to adjust it. Like, I think the adjustment should be relatively simple. I think it's relatively straightforward. Take a little bit off here, add it there. Approximately that amount. And that kind of should fix it, no? But do I want to do that? Do I need to do that? Maybe it's laziness, but I don't care. I think it's weird, yeah, sure. But I don't know. This is kind of a look. And who's really gonna be staring? I mean, everybody will be looking at the backside, you know. But who's really gonna notice this? Yeah, I don't care. We're just gonna keep going with it. Oh, me. Classic me. Anyway, back to this. We need a couple pieces of these for these. Anything good here to use? Ah, this is all cut up. Why don't we use this? We need about that, like that. Unfold yourself, please. Thank you. All right, right about there. I missed again somewhere. Cut through, you fool. Whoops, I shifted it a little bit. Don't be moving around on me. All right, got those two. Oh, did I move the camera a little bit too much? I think so. Rotate it a little bit again. Need this and this, and I think that's kind of it for the cutting. Okay. This won't really be with the grain line again, but again, there isn't really a stretch. So I'm just gonna use as much of the fabric I can, and I'm just gonna put one there, and then maybe the other one down there somewhere. Can I get any of this out of the way? This, all this. It's all going to the scrap. My scrap monster grows. Ooh, can I fit two here? No, wait, maybe. It's like just gonna be too short, isn't it? Oh. Really? Can we not get both here? Right on the edge. No. Damn. So close. Nice try, nice try. We'll get him next time. Also, I'm just realizing not not all the fabric is there on the second layer under this. Move that a little bit, a wee bit. And we cut. The end of this is like some type of shag carpet or something. It almost looks like. Take me back. How am I gonna cut this? Are we just gonna eyeball it like that? Yes, I am. No problem. Alrighty, I think one more piece and then we've got everything we need for now. Like I said, we will have to do a little bit more cutting on a different day because I'm going to get a second piece of fabric, but it's going to be a small amount that I need. I really should pin this down to make sure it's nice and even. But, well, I guess we're just going to trust. I don't know what exactly it is we're trusting. I don't really think I should. But we are here doing it, so no turning back now. Don't stop me now. Boom. Wow, terrible actually. Maybe I'll go back and clean that up later. Emphasis on maybe. All right. We've got the waistband. We've got the waistband. We have small pocket facing, big pocket facing, the fly extension, back pocket facing, and then the back and the front. Is it shorts yet? Is it wearable yet? Not quite. Almost. Getting there. Well, all right. I guess that's kind of about it for now. Mostly wanted to get some, well, dust off the whole stream setup, since it was a week since I've been here. But yeah, I'm excited about this. I'm glad that I'm doing more of like my style thing. I think I was also a little bit nervous to kind of go off of the pattern and kind of do my own thing, but this is what happens when I do that. I get shirts that I like, and the clothes that I've been doing my own random quirks on, I like. And with the pants, I like them, but kind of plain. And the jacket, we didn't even finish it because I just wasn't feeling it. And I think I know why. So maybe we'll go back to that, and I think I might cut that up a little bit more and add a little bit more customization to that, now that I'm getting a little bit more inspiration for my own style. But we'll see. That will be down the road. A different day, a different day, a different time. But for now, I think that will do it. Bit of a short one, a bit of a quick, quiet one. But, you know, that's me. That being me. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you had a nice little chill time watching me crawl around on the ground and cut things out. Always a good time, always a sign of an amazing project to come. So hopefully I will be back on Thursday and we will continue working on this. I will have the black canvas to cut out the couple of accents I want to do to this. And then we will probably start sewing next time. I think the sewing process starts with doing the pockets, and yeah, we start with like the front pockets, then we do the back welt pocket. We piece everything together, put on the waistband, and then we have some amazing looking shorts. But until then, I hope you have a good rest of your week. Good luck with any of your sewing projects or crafting projects and in your day-to-day things. Hope you all have wonderful times, and we'll see you next time. See you later.